And guess what? For the last 15 minutes, we've actually been doing science. You've learned fluid mechanics. Some of you have learned what volume is, pressure, what boundary layers are, and Torricelli's law. And you've learned biology. And this is basically what is the goal of the next generation Georgia Tech students. The people in middle school and high school are going to go through what's called next generation science standards, where instead of doing lots and lots of book work, they're going to study a few things that basically combine both fluid mechanics and biology, things that are interdisciplinary. And you've also learned how to do tabletop experiments and doing science with junk, with just random pieces of stuff that you find. This is important not just for kids, but adults too. So this Ig Nobel Prize and the urinary research and the eyelashes have been seen by people all across the world. And there's a ton of people. You know, after you exit college, I gave this lecture in my fluid mechanics class today, but you are in the only period of your life that you have 8 hours of education a day. After that, you basically get nothing. You just get what you can find on the internet and the newspaper. And this, in some ways, is for them. This is a way that they can basically, stay motivated, learn things, and also keep in touch. So what can you do? So I asked Mark Abrams after I won this award, I was like, what can I do to help? So he says, the first thing you do is tell people about the Ig Nobel Prize. There's still a lot of people, outside the nerdy science community that don't know what it is, but could appreciate it. Telling people about the Ig Nobel Prize supports science humor. And remember, with research, it's better to be wrong than to be boring. So last thing I'll say is I'll give a plug for my book. So after seeing a lot of this press, Princeton University Press has asked me to write a book about the science of animal movement. And it's going to be a book about crazy things that you've probably only heard of. Mud skippers that came from out of water and actually walk on land, that evolved into all the vertebrate life on land. Elephants that can not only walk, but maybe they can run. Flying snakes, snakes that literally fly from tree to tree. Flies that basically just get out of the way of your swatter when you try to swat them. Mike, the headless chicken. I don't know if you heard this, but there's been a chicken that had, in the 50s that walked around with no head for 2 years. And it shows the concept of central pattern generator. This idea that all of our locomotions created from the brain that is your spinal cord. It doesn't actually need a brain. So it couldn't see, it couldn't eat. They just fed little food down its little gullet. And it lived for 2 years. And robo-cheetah. So with that, I'm happy to open the floor for any questions. Thanks a lot.